reminder, the chapter 1 starts with Jagan's day at shop. Jagan starts the day by reverently placing a string of jasmine over the framed picture of the goddess Lakshmi and lighting an incense stick and struck it in a crevice on the wall. And the whole area is charged with the scent of jasmine and the incense. These two smells blend with the smell of sweets frying in ghee and creates a new smell. And then at 4:30, cousin arrives and he directly goes to the kitchen and comes out after 10 minutes, wiping his mouth with the end of the towel on his shoulder, commenting, "Sugar situation may need be watching. Wheat price all right today. I gave a bit of my mind to that supplier when I passed down that Godown street." Like that way, cousin comments on the market condition, the prices, and how the government is going to raise the price of sugar and the other ingredients, about the other ingredients. Like that way, he comments on them. And Jagan has just one question. That is, did you try the new sweet the cook experimented with today? Keep in mind that question, right? Although cousin reveals or informs about the market condition, the prices of the foodstuff, Jagan doesn't care. He concerns about one thing. He questions, did you try the new sweet the cook experimented with today? Because Jagan knows that cousin goes to the kitchen to eat sweets. That is his habit, right? When cousin comes to the kitchen, his first duty is to taste sweets. So here we can see cousin as a taster, right? Now we have to discuss cousin's character later. So this is one role of cousin. Cousin is the taster, right? And here Narayan directly says that he's a listener also, right? Cousin is a listener, cousin is a taster, right? And also Narayan says that cousin is a man about town who visit many places and people from morning till night and invariably comes to Jagan's place at 4:30, right? So cousin is a man about town. He is the listener of cousin, sorry, Jagan. He is the taster, right? Three different roles. Then Jagan asks and cousin replies, "Oh, it's very tasty." But Jagan's idea is different. Keep in mind these ideas. I think it's an old recipe in a new shape, right? This new sweet is an old recipe in a new shape. That means this particular sweet was there in the shop yesterday also, but in a different shape. Same ingredients, different shape. Today, same ingredient, another shape, different shape. So he says, after all the sweetmeats are same. Don't you agree? So that is Jagan's idea. All the sweetmeats are same. The difference is the shape. The shapes are different. That's the thing. But Kasim disagrees. Oh, I see a lot of difference between one sweet and another. And I don't want to become a yogi and lose the taste for all. So at that point, Jagan pronounces his philosophy. Conquer the taste, you will have conquered the self. So conquer the taste. Sometimes Kasim may have thought that if he conquers the self or conquers the taste, that means he need not to eat sweets. Or Jagan is making a comment of his sweet eating. So conquer the taste, control your taste. That means just saying don't eat sweets. So Kasim disagrees. So Kasim says, why conquer the self? I don't know. All our ancient sagas have advised us so. I don't know the reason, but this is a wise saying by the sagas. For the listener lost the interest in the question. There is no logic. There is no argument. It's just a saying. And there are Jagan asks, do you know what I eat nowadays? Doesn't ask anything new. I have given up salt since this morning. And further, Jagan says, one should eat only natural salt. Then Kasim has a question. What is natural salt? And he expands his theory. Is that the salt that dries up on one's back when one has run a mile in the sun? Are you asking to eat that salt? The salt that naturally creates on a person's back when he runs a mile in the sun? Jagan made a wry face. Very unpleasant. And his disembodied soul floats above the rim of the earth. So that means he just threw his mind back. So his mind goes back. He started thinking of his past. He remembers a similar incident, similar unpleasant, very rough reference, ugly reference. That is his standing process. And Narayan gives a description about Jagan. Jagan is 55 years old and brows receded into a walnut shade of baldness. A couple of speckle waves on his nape, back of the neck. There is a couple of a lock of hair. That shows he belongs to the Brahmin caste, the highest caste in the Indian society. And his cheek covered with whitening bristles. Whitening bristles. Why? He shaved only at certain intervals. Why? He believes that weaving in front of a mirror is an intolerable European habit. He hates these European habits so that he doesn't want to look through a mirror. Therefore, he doesn't shave. He shaves only at certain intervals. And his clothes, a traditional Hindu, he wore jiba over his dhoti and jiba. the traditional Indian dress, and he covered his shoulder with a khadar shawl with gold yellow patterns. And his footwear, he made his footwear by himself, thick sandals. He made it by himself. For that, he used a leather skin of a dead animal, naturally died, of old age, the leather of a cow or a calf. So he has another philosophy for that. He says that I don't like to think that a living creature should have its throat cut for the comfort of my feet. To make my feet comfortable, I don't think a living creature should be killed, its throat cut. So, because of this practice, he had to go on long excursion to remote villages. And he brings that leather home and tans. This tanning process is so serious, so difficult. Why? Mali was a heavy supporter of Jagan's tanning activities when he was 6 years old. But when he grew up, he started complaining about the bad smell state. And his wife proved even less tolerant. The wife shut herself and refused to come out until the tanning is ended. So one can understand the dislocation of the household whenever Jagan tries to renew his footwear. Now, Jagan remembers all this because of this natural salt idea. And even we get some other information about Jagan's life. Jagan's wife is dead. When she lay dying, she summoned Jagan and mumbled something. Jagan could not make out the words. The words were not clear. Jagan could not understand the words. But harrowed by the thought, he was disturbed by the thought that she was probably saying, throw away the leather. So that shows how much she hated Jagan's practices. And to respect his wife's death wish, Jagan stopped it. But he had one piece of leather at home. He gave the final mission to it, and after that, he trusted the cobbler at the Albert Mission compound, who had his little repair shop in the, under a tree at the Albert Mission compound. Now, this cousin's natural salt idea upset his delicate balance, right? Now we all have a balanced mind. Okay. If we don't have a balanced mind, we cannot engage in the work in anything. Right? I hope now you have a balanced mind. Right? That means from inside, you are not worrying about anything. Got it? Right? Now, for example, now next Monday, uh, after the short vacation, the school starts. Now, suppose You buy a new pair of shoes, right? Now, before you enter the school, something disastrous happened. In the bus, someone stamped on your shoe and destroys it, right? Now just think. Throughout the day, you are worrying about the shoe. Now your mental balance is gone, right? That delicate balance is gone. Or just think early in the morning, someone blames you, accuses you, your class teacher or the principal or someone. What happens? Part of your mind is deeply hurt. Now you sit in the classroom, but you are not listening to those things. Instead, you are thinking about something else, right? So this cousin's idea about natural salt upsets his delicate balance. Now his cousin's reference to natural salt upset his delicate balance, and he reddened in the face. Now he's embarrassed, reddened in the face. Munarattu, embarrassed. The cousin satisfied with the effect he had produced. Right? Now just think about cousin. Is cousin a good friend? He mocks at, laughs at Jagan, and he smiles inwardly. Right? Yeah, Jagan උපහාසයට කතා කරලා smiles in our right. The cousin, satisfied with the effect he had produced, tried to restore his mood with the pleasing remark. He can do both. He can make Jagan upset and also he can make Jagan happy. Now he gives a pleasing remark. You have simplified your life so completely and make yourself absolutely self-dependent. Right? Now he appreciates. Now we call this flattery. FLATTER. Flattery. බොරු වර්ණනාව කාටු බස් කියන මුරුන් ගත්තේ තියෙනවා කියුවත් තමයි. Flattery. You have simplified your life so completely. Huh? You have a simple life and absolutely self-dependent. Simple life and self-dependent. These two ideas are connected to Gandhi's philosophy, Gandhi's principles. That's it. The Gandhi's main idea is simple living and high thinking. Right? Simple living and high thinking. And the other one is the non-violence. එතකොට, when someone says that you are like Gandhi, you have Gandhi practices, you have mastered the Gandhi practices. Now Jagan is a follower of Gandhi, so now he is satisfied. I was saying to the cooperative registrar the other day, an appreciation with some other people, outsiders, let us appreciate. Wonderful. This had the desired effect. May flattery එක නිසා, may appreciation එක නිසා, Jagan's mood changed. Expected effect, desired, wanted effect was created. And Jagan said, now Jagan is happy again, and now he again starts to tell about himself. I have discontinued sugar, as you know. Now, I don't eat sugar. I find 20 drops of honey in hot water quite adequate enough. So I put 20 drops of honey in hot water and consume it. That's enough. And that is the natural way of taking sugar we need. So that is how we can get the natural sugar. You have perfected the art of living on nothing. He doesn't eat rice. He doesn't eat sugar. He doesn't eat salt. Encourage Jagan added, I have given up rice too. I don't eat rice now. I cook a little strong ground wheat and take it with honey and grains. So he doesn't eat rice. He doesn't eat sugar. He doesn't eat salt. Right? So he only takes natural things. We call that is a naturopathy who believes in natural things. Naturopathy. And yet, said the Kasi, I cannot understand why you go on working and earning, taking all these trouble. Now you don't want money for sugar. You don't want money for salt. You don't want money for rice. You don't need money for clothes. You weave everything by yourself. You don't want money for shoes. You make your own shoes. You do not need money. But why do you go on working and earning, taking all this trouble? Why do you worry? Or why do you trouble yourself to earn money? You don't need money. He waved his hand in the direction of the sweets displayed on the trays at the window. Why you go on making all these things and earn money? But stopped short asking. But Jagan Kasin did not ask this one. Make a why Jagan should expect others to eat sweets and keep him flushing? Right? Jagan doesn't eat sweets, but he make the other people eat sweets. Aning the sweets cover. He felt he had said enough and stirred in his seat. Stirred in the seat. Right. Arranged in his seat. Then Activage Cuba. Right. He just criticized Jagan's character. Jagan's counting hours of project. Now at the end of the day, Jagan is going to count the cash. And the cousin knew that he should move as he underlined. He should move as Jagan did not like his cash to be watched. So no one knows how much money Jagan earns. He hides it. He hides it from others. He doesn't let anybody to know it. Right?